Hi guys, Lady Random here and welcome back to Adults Play Minecraft, the Isles of Shroom. Oh yes. We've been a little bit busy again. I had a little accident, I fell out my tree. I was enchanting and I picked myself another silk touch axe. I was after, to be fair, a Fortune 3 pick. However, it wasn't playing nicely and it was giving me a Feather Falling 4 book. Or I could get a silk touch pick, and I just went for the other silk touch pick. Walked out of my treehouse and promptly fell out. Should have gone with Feather Falling 4, right? But anyway, we've been a bit busy. Around here we have got a thing. So yeah, as you can see, I've kind of not really finished prettying up this after last week's. Well, I kind of have prettied it up a little bit. Oh, where's my door gone? Where's my door gone? Did we manage to break that somehow? Interesting. Interesting. Let's go and get another door because that's going to bug me. So I think I may have accidentally chopped my door out whilst busily doing things and not noticed that I did that, and then that's despawned. But those kind of things happen, and it's not like we have a shortage of doors because we have this one here. And that kind of makes that tidy. So, yeah, that makes my chest a little bit tidier. I can take that. But yeah, we've been a bit busy. We've been moving, as you can probably tell. We've moved a lot of our farms. We'll look at it in a little bit more detail, and then we'll talk about the that rather epically large thing over there. So things were just getting a bit annoying, like trying to walk around stuff here. So I got rid of the Netherwart farm that was up here. Got rid of the pumpkin and melon farms there. I've sorted out this. Obviously, if we're making books, we need quite a lot of sugarcane to do that. So we've set up a nice sugarcane farm. We've got a nice big wheat farm because we were going through so much wheat, feeding up our cows, but also the seeds that we're using for our chickens. But yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We've not been sort of hanging out in the area too much. I've been mining, etc, etc. There goes another one. But I think we've probably got about 30 odd chickens now, possibly more up in the egg laying chamber. So that's keeping that going quite nicely. I did have like a stack of earth up there and I was busy breeding them. I don't know how many entities there are in there, but it's doing its thing quite nicely. So yeah, we've got that. We've moved our Netherwart farm up here. We've just moved the pumpkins up to here, watermelons up to here, cocoa beans up to here. I've taken this fence back a couple of blocks. We've moved all of our bamboo. That's now up here. I'm kind of thinking, just because I built these before I built that thing over there, that I might actually need to bump things back a little bit. So maybe take this back another block. Oh, bless you, Frankie. Oh, no worries at all. But yeah, maybe take this back another block so we can shift the farms back a block. I want to put like a nice little pathy bit around this. But yeah, this is, as you can see, ended up being right on top, and I'd much prefer to have like a gap. So it's just moving everything back a row. That's fine. I think I can live with that, which is good. But this thing, this beast of a thing. So I was originally going to put some kind of just a really simple potato cooker in, just because our potatoes are here. It just gives us another source of food. I kind of thought that would be nice and easy. I'm exactly the same, Frankie. I am exactly the same. But yeah, then I was busy obviously trying to do the enchanting, and as you can see, I've got 29 levels and I was struggling to get the extra levels. to try and go back and do some more enchants. And I was like, well, I can breed and kill the animals. I can obviously, I went mining and I was silk touching redstone and coal, thinking, you know, I can bring that back and sort of break that en masse and earn some XP that way. But that was just really slow, and I kind of thought, is there a simple XP farm? Now, I'm not fortunate enough as yet to have found a spawner in the immediate area, so I had a little bit of a look on the YouTubes, and I came across this, which is actually, to be fair, it's reasonably simple. She says it involves redstone and me. Could I have done this on my own? No, absolutely not. But this is from a YouTuber called JC Plays. I will put a link in the description to the tutorial video, because as I was trying to explain this one on my first attempt at recording, that all went horribly wrong. So I built it and then just told you about it. I'm not even going to start to try to explain this thing. Basically, though, in simple terms, you've got two chambers where you're growing bamboo. So there's the one on the right and the left, and the farm, when it's switched on, and I'm not going to turn it on just yet because it is super noisy. So it basically the bamboo becomes the fuel for your smokers, and in the middle, you can probably just about see it. We've got some kelp, which is growing. So basically the way it works is that we've got sticky pistons which are sort of pulling sand in and out. The pistons at the top are breaking off the bamboo, which is feeding into these chests, which is then feeding down into here and becomes the fuel source for our smokers. So you'll see it here, and in the middle the kelp is growing again. That gets broken once it's too high. That drops down into here, and that goes into the smokers. That cooks. That then becomes dried kelp. And then the way this all works is that you would then turn all of this into kelp blocks. You'd put it into your smoker as fuel, fill up your chest just with some dirt, which is the reason why the dirt's here. Put it into the hoppers as well, and that stops the stuff going down into the chest below, and then you can just pull stuff out and you earn the XP from that. And that is pretty much how it works. So let's turn this beast on and you'll see what I mean. It's super noisy. Now this is obviously is only going to work whilst you're in a chunk that's loaded. It's not going to be a nice one that you can kind of AFK and leave it to do its own thing. But you can see, click on the smokers, you've got fuel going in there. You can see that the kelp's been topping up in here. It will start topping up in this one as well and start going up rather than down once it starts growing. Now if there's any problems with it, if you get any water glitches or anything like that, see this is still, yeah, that one's still topping up, then you basically just turn it off. Your water block should come back then. If you need to make your kelp too high again, you can just jump up there. There's just literally a slab covering up there. Just make your kelp too high, turn it back on again, and it will keep going. So usually Jason was saying it's advisable, wait until you've got, you know, maybe sort of 4 or 5 stacks of dried kelp building up in there. Then you can make your kelp blocks, which you can then swap out your fuel and turn those into the fuel for here. So you can sit there and just run it on that with the farm off, let the smokers do their thing, and then just gather your XP. And I think he went from pretty much 0 to 30 levels in not very much time at all, because you can quite simply just pull stuff out. So I'm going to just sort of very quickly, let's just fill this, we'll fill this in, we'll do it. You can see I'm on 29 levels. Obviously that's quite close to 30, so whatever happens we're going to get to 30. But let's do that. We'll take this out of here. Just need a couple more, just because we need 10 to fill our hoppers in. See, we've got 11, which is fine. So we will just fill our hoppers up. Pop that into there like so. That's just going to collect everything in there now. These are not going to be able to outsource the kelp. Oh, coming down night. Let's have a quick sleep. We'll let that build up for a second. Let's put our crafting table down. Hopefully this will work and I'm following this instruction correctly. Let's just quickly make ourselves some blocks. Like so. Okay, we've not got loads. 16, that's enough to whack. Eight in there, we'll whack this into here. Don't appear to be getting any out of this one. That's because we've still got stuff in here, haven't we? Maybe I will need to use some different blocks. But effectively, maybe I need to fill this up properly. Oh, it's a different block, isn't it? So why don't we put kelp into there, not kelp, bamboo into there. That into there. See, that's starting to build up now. Let's just turn this off for a second. And let's just reset. And we've got the cat shouting at us. Check we've got nothing funny blocking our hoppers going into that smoker. But yeah, as you can see, there we go, you heard it. XP going in. Let's make a couple more blocks up like you do. So we'd obviously need to build this side up. I'm not entirely sure why everything is going into that smoker and not into this one. From the kelp, it just seems to be that that's favouring that one, so maybe we need to get this one filled up. But yeah, as you can see, we're just gathering XP, and it's harder when we're higher up because you get, obviously it takes more XP to fill each one. But yeah, I think the key here, isn't it, is let's just make sure we're filling this with a block that we can actually use. But it won't take long. It wouldn't take long if we're certainly at a lower level. Having that sort of doing all of its thing there won't take long to get XP at all. So we can just kind of sit there, leave that running, etc. So let's get this lot. Let's get this lot all gathered back again. But yeah, I completely forgot you've got to use different blocks. Totally noob mistake. But to be fair, it's the first time I've ever made any kind of XP farm that almost involves a hoppers and all of that lovely stuff. So let's stick that back into there again. And we'll just keep our dried kelp blocks and that just down there, and we'll kind of let this thing finish off doing its thing. So that is my XP farm. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So yeah, so future plans. What I want to do is, as I've sort of previously mentioned, I was umming and ahhing about starting that today, was to actually also open a leather shop in conjunction with doing all of the books that we're helping Bullet with. So we've already dropped a stack of books over to Bullet Head. Still building stuff up here with which we can make more. I've started a collection chest here for the leather shop, and what I'm doing is, as I'm busy breeding up the animals, oops, always do that too early. So as I'm breeding up the animals, whatever I'm getting leather-wise from the animals, I'm splitting that between the two things. And then obviously when I make the books, I will put 2/3 of the books into the chest ready for Bullet Head, and I just keep a couple just for myself, just to put up in the enchanting room, which is all good. So I still need to decide what it is I actually want to put into this room up here. Whoopsie. I'll be honest with you and say I'm not entirely sure. I need to still bridge from one tree to the other, so whether we go sort of top to top up a little bit higher, because we're slightly higher with this one, it might be that we run a bridge, a nice long bridge across that way. We've also got this tree here which I planted, which again could be another one that we could have maybe a slightly lower tree house, something at this sort of level. Maybe do something there, or it might be that we actually turn this into one that we can use for our farms, and maybe use the base of this tree. It might be we take it down and move it and have that along just a little bit further, and we could always expand to this one as well if we're feeling crazy. But yeah, I've just spotted I need to light the top of this up as well, don't I? That's a beautiful spawning space for anything that might want it. So yeah, as I said, I think it's going to be a case of I'm just going to have to move these farms over a bit. I may decide to expand this very slightly, but I think, you know, we've got a good start there to get plenty of sugarcane, plenty of bamboo, plenty of cooked chicken for very little effort now, which is good, so we can live on cooked chicken if we want to. I've got potatoes. It may be that I actually get rid of the potatoes altogether, and we just have our food source as chicken. It may be that I make baked potatoes and do a leather and baked potato shop and chicken, because they all go together, right? Why not? Why not? So there we go. That is what I have been up to this week. Is my kelp growing again? This is the question. I think this is the thing, is that we're not getting 2 blocks of kelp. Do you know what? I might go and just rebuild that, and let's make that too high again, because it looks like it might be that is causing us a little bit of a problem. But yeah, as I said, I will put a link in the description, and also a big thank you to JD. Whoops. Oh, hello. Let's just place loads of random torches all over the place. Yeah, so I paid a little trip actually to JD's base, because I was puzzling over kelp. I thought I had some. It turns out I didn't, because I thought I might have collected some when I was... Let's see if we can get up this way. I think we should be fine to do that. When I was swimming over, I thought I may have gathered some sort of whilst in the ocean area. I think, is it this slab here? Pretty sure. I'm hoping this isn't going to fall in. Nope. Ah, look, you see. Our kelp broke. That'll be the problem. We just needed to replant our kelp. So we'll let that grow. And it will grow. Why don't we grab another one? So I think we must have had, like I said, sometimes you get that little water glitch, and that'll explain why our kelp wasn't building up. But yeah, JD, go back to that. He lives, as I noticed from his videos, he lives by an ocean, and I'm in the middle of the jungle, and I don't have an ocean. So I kind of figured that I would pay a little visit over to JD's. I've done it again. And I would go and grab some kelp from there. So thank you very much, JD, for living near an ocean, and living so near me that going to said ocean was really not a problem. There we go. Let's double high you. Let's pop our slab back on like so. So I need to do some work, quite obviously, with this to pretty it up a little bit. I haven't decided how that's going to look yet. It may be that I sort of squared it off as much as I kind of can. So, well, obviously apart from this part here, gonna need to sleep again. Yeah, I've squared it off a bit. So I'll probably leave some fascia out for it. So obviously up to here. But what I'll probably try and do is get this kind of built in and landscaped in, so it fits in a bit more with this. I might stagger it in the same way that we've done here. I haven't decided. That's stuff that I'm going to have to work on probably in the next few episodes. But now we've got our kelp back growing again, we should be fine to have our farm working away and earning us some XP. So there we go. That is what I've been up to this week. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all very much for watching. As I said, I will put the link to the video from JC Plays in the description to this video. So if you want to make your own one of these, go ahead and follow that, because I am not the person to tell you how to do it. I'm astonished that I actually built this and it worked first time. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.